In came a young Pep Guardiola to take over managerial duties at Barcelona, and with him came some stern changes, as both Ronaldinho and Deco were sold, while Eto'o was on the transfer list. But the Cameroonian proved himself to the new manager with his professionalism and great form within the friendlies in pre-season. It was the first time Leo had gone through this type of an overhaul within the first team, especially as it included the departures of some of his close teammates. Messi respected Guardiola's history as a player, but there was some skepticism around his non-existent experience as a first-team manager. Pep had to win Leo over, but his attempts in the beginning were tough. Within the preseason, Guardiola found it hard to communicate with Leo. He was already a man of few words, but there was something that was annoying him. It turned out that Messi wanted to compete in the Olympics that summer, but the problem was that it coincided with their third-round qualifier for the Champions League. And Pep showed to be a very demanding coach and meticulous with his clear ideas, and needed that time in preseason to build his team, and that meant that Messi was staying with the team. The issue dragged on for a few weeks, when eventually Pep decided that the best thing to do was to let Messi leave, just to make sure he knew that he was at his side. Messi joined his Argentinian teammates to participate in the Summer Olympics, and managed to get revenge on their rivals Brazil in the semi-finals after winning by 3-0.
It's there, it's 3-0, and surely now it's game over.
As Messi finally got to say goodbye to his big brother for the last time. Messi and his teammates went on to win the gold medal after their tough win against the Nigerian national team in the final. While Messi was gone, Barcelona successfully qualified to the group stages of the Champions League, as Messi was back just in time for the beginning of the La Liga season. Pep's start with the team was not good in terms of results. But behind the scenes, the squad was confident in Pep's new methods after participating in several quality training sessions. It was a matter of time before these methods would translate and manifest into positive results on the pitch. Pep demanded discipline from his wingers, as Messi was given freedom to drift inside, but also had many defensive duties assigned to him. Messi quickly bought in with the coach's demands as he saw the results of his tactics on the pitch. Pep had also brought with him dietitians to the club in order to improve the output and to prevent injuries. As Messi struggled with injuries the previous 2 seasons, he hardly got injured within Guardiola's reign. As the Barca youth system taught him how to play within a team, Rijkaard gave him confidence, and Guardiola added some order to his life. And all of this resulted in a player with unlimited potential.
Puyol, here's Messi, running at the Atletico Madrid defence all the way! Messi just brilliantly round love.
Here's Lionel Messi. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The central position. Messi can finish off Real Madrid. Messi!
During Pep's first season, Messi played most matches on the right wing. But because this new and improved iteration of the Blaugrana liked to press the opponent high up the field to keep possession of the ball, Messi found himself in numerous scoring situations, as the Argentinian received the ball in very advanced positions.
To Messi and it's in! Messi on the turn, looking for the room, finds the room and finds the corner.
Messi managed to score 16 goals in all competitions before January, and matched his goal tally of the whole of last season. And when we look closer at Messi's minutes throughout the season, we notice better overall strength to keep possession of the ball in his numerous dazzling runs coming from the right-hand side. Although he took many penalties the previous season, he took some pressure ones that year, like the winner away against Catalan neighbours Espanyol in the dying minutes.
You never doubted him, and Barcelona have won the Catalan derby.
His finishing went up to a whole new level, not only because of his good positioning and new tactics, but because of his various ways of finishing. A right-footed half-volley,
Brilliantly taken by Messi!
a volley under pressure from several defenders,
Messi! Wonderful finish!
dribbling while balancing and shooting in one sequence.
There's no stopping him when he's in this kind of mood.
The whole team clicked and were unstoppable. They had stormed the league, and in the Champions League, they managed to score 4 goals and a half against Bayern München. Messi scored a brace and assisted another, as Messi came in second position behind Ronaldo and ahead of Torres in the Ballon d'Or voting. As the Blaugrana reached the semi-final stage of both the Copa del Rey and the Champions League, Barcelona had to go to the Santiago Bernabeu to face Madrid. They were in their best form under the manager Juan de Ramos and just 4 points away from the league leaders Barcelona. Pep wanted to go there and win, and he had a brilliant idea. He sat with Messi and showed him some footage of Madrid's central defender's position. He believed if Messi played centrally up front, he would have a lot of space to attack the defenders because he would drop deep and the defenders would not know what to do, while Henry and Eto'o would stay on the wings, waiting for the moment to attack behind the defense. And that's how Messi got a taste of the false nine position, as the plan worked perfectly.
Messi busca el pase perfecto. Gol del Barça. Atención a Messi. Messi que encara a Messi. Gol. La frontal del área, Xavi recortando, la mete perfecta. Leo Messi, Leo Messi. Golazo del Barcelona.
Barcelona won a historic match by 6 goals to 2. As the La Liga title was almost wrapped up, and Messi would not play in that position again until later in the season. The semi-final matchup against Chelsea was very tough, as the English side succeeded in blocking off the spaces from Messi. In the infamous second leg, the Blaugrana sealed the tie in the dying minutes after Messi set up Iniesta for a shot.
It's Iniesta!
As Barcelona qualified to the Champions League final, Messi managed to play his first final with the club since breaking into the team, as Barcelona faced Athletic Bilbao in the Copa del Rey final. And after a physical match, Messi managed to score and assist a goal to help Barcelona lift their second title of the season after sealing La Liga.
El Barça es campeón de la Copa del Rey.
The Champions League final was upon them. This time Messi would feature unlike the 2006 final in Paris.
Lo dije durante toda esta semana. No pude disfrutar jugando la final de París, por eso tuve la oportunidad de hacerlo ahora y creo que en lo que va de mi carrera es el partido más importante que voy a jugar.
The final was also considered a rematch between Ronaldo and Messi, as Sir Alex Ferguson said before the match that without doubt they are the best two at the moment. They've had fantastic seasons. Several English media outlets kept publishing a stat of Messi before the European final, which focused on the Argentines' failure in scoring against English teams, but Lionel was ready to accept the challenge. Pep entered the match with a similar setup as the Bernabeu encounter, as after 10 minutes had passed in the final, there was a switch in the lineup as Messi moved to the center. United were surprised by that switch as Eto'o managed to score the opener. As Barcelona kept possession of the ball after a tough opening period. And despite playing an average match, Messi managed to break his duck and score against an English side with a header, as he sealed the final and the treble for Barcelona and cemented his bid for the Ballon d'Or. Piqué said after the match, Leo demonstrated that he was the best player in the world. And his numbers that season reinforced that belief, as after scoring in the final, Messi became the top goal scorer in the competition with 9 goals, and scored 23 goals in La Liga and 38 goals overall, while assisting a further 19 in 51 matches in all competitions. All of that at only 21 years of age. There was no debate that this was his best season, yet. Pep said in the beginning of the season, "I decided Leo was going to play regularly down the middle." And with that quote, and because Eto'o didn't fancy playing on the wings, the decision to sell was official. Messi's tactical role was clear for the new season, but how did Zlatan Ibrahimovic end up at Barcelona? Eto'o refused to go on loan to Valencia and said yes to Inter Milan. Moreover, the technical staff at Barca were fans of the Swedish striker, so the deal was set. Eto'o left for the Nerazzurri plus 46 million euros, and Zlatan came the other way. Guardiola decided to implement the classic Dutch 4-3-3, which usually has a forward capable of holding the ball like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But for that lineup to work, Zlatan had to establish an understanding with his colleagues on the pitch, especially with Leo, who liked to come from the right and occupy those central areas. But unlike Eto'o, who pushed defenders deep into the box, Zlatan liked to receive the ball outside the penalty area. It was destined to be a tricky season given this predicament. But there were no such issues in the beginning, as Barcelona started the season strongly, as both Zlatan and Messi were scoring goals and helping the team win matches. With the UEFA Super Cup and the Supercopa España in the bag, they had one title left to complete the sextuple, and that was the Club World Cup in December. In the final against Estudiantes, Messi scored with his chest in extra time to secure the sixth title for Barca. After he came in third position in 2007 and second position in 2008, Messi won the Ballon d'Or in 2009 and also won the FIFA Player of the Year award, which was exclusively voted by international managers and national team captains from around the globe. Despite the individual accolades, Barcelona started the new year with a couple of blips as they crashed out of the round of 16 of the Copa del Rey against Sevilla in January. And despite the positive results in the league, Guardiola studied Messi's performances closely, especially when he failed to score and impact the game in 3 consecutive matches within the month of February. The third match of the series was the round of 16 encounter against Stuttgart, which saw Barca draw 1-1 in Germany. Pep noticed Messi's preoccupation with defensive duties against an attacking fullback from the German team and had little impact from the wings as well. And when he decides to cut inside, Barcelona would pay the price defensively. For that reason, Guardiola decided to play Messi in the false 9 position in the return leg, with Pedro and Henry beside him, as Barcelona won by 4-0 with Messi scoring a brace. For years, Messi was waiting to be played in this position consistently. Circumstances pushed Pep to take the decision, despite Zlatan's presence. The Swedish striker didn't do anything wrong. He was on a great scoring run and was still starting most matches in the league, but despite his effectiveness on an individual level, he was still not the best option for Barcelona. An example of this complicated matter was the quarter-final matchup against Arsenal. Zlatan started the first leg at the Emirates Stadium, and despite him not clicking with his teammates, the Swede managed to score a brace as Barca left London with a thrilling draw.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic, 2-0.
Pep resorted to his secret weapon and played Messi in the middle again, and what happened will be cemented in the history books. With Guardiola's tweaks throughout the year, Messi managed to score a hat-trick in 3 separate occasions before he scored 4 goals in the second leg against the Gunners. It was clearly the right fit for the whole team, especially when they play in the tricky European matches. But Guardiola suddenly went against his intuition when they visited the Giuseppe Meazza to face Inter Milan under the manager Jose Mourinho, as he played Zlatan in the middle and Messi on the wings. Mourinho completely outcoached Pep in both legs, as Barca's weapons were nullified. Pep stuck to the same formation in the return leg, but after only 60 minutes, Zlatan was subbed to push Messi to the middle, but it was not enough. An outstanding defensive display from Inter saw them go through, despite Motta's red card. The Zlatan-Messi dynamic can be summarized like this. Zlatan is not the type of player to go against his natural playstyle, and in his mind, he was not bought to make space for Leo. As Zlatan said, "It is like you bought a Ferrari, but you are driving it as if it were a Fiat." Zlatan tried to discuss the issue with Pep, but the situation was clear. There were no issues on a personal level between Messi and Zlatan. On the other hand, Leo never asked Zlatan to leave. As former Barca director of football Txiki Begiristain had mentioned, Zlatan's style of play simply made Pep and Barcelona take a decision. In the end, it was a footballing problem, and its victim was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Barcelona ended the season with a league title that saw them pick up 99 points, while Messi scored 34 goals in La Liga, a feat not achieved since Ronaldo in 1997. Messi scored 47 goals overall and assisted a further 12 in 53 matches in all competitions. Each year was considered Messi's best season yet. His ascendancy was unstoppable, despite the tactical issues with the team.